I, the Lord, I form the light, I form darkness, I do all these things. All right? So someone said, Isaiah was wrong. How will Isaiah say that? Well, the guy, he got it all. I form the light, Isaiah 45:7, and create darkness. That word create is where you have problem. Did you observe? He didn't say I create light, I create darkness. I form light, I create. So where your problem is create. And now that's language. It didn't say I create light, I create darkness. I form light, I create darkness. They are not the same. There's intentionality in the writing of Isaiah. So you must do a study on create from Isaiah chapter 1 to the last chapter to see what create is in Isaiah. Create is not your today's create. There was a communication. If you don't get, you will think Isaiah is saying, I'm the one behind darkness. Because if you go through the book of Isaiah to examine the word create, when we use create today, it's like to make something out of nothing. Okay? But that create there is like there's water log in an area. I'm just giving you an illustration. Okay? So, and because of water log, there's stagnant water, which will now produce mosquitoes, produce malaria, filaria, kilaria, if there are rias like that. Because of stagnant water, all kinds of diseases. So because we don't want that logged area to produce stagnant water that is dangerous to health, I walked into the place and I created a drainage. When I create a drainage, that water will be directed elsewhere. So now I have divided the water from the house and from the land. I have divided the water from the house and from the land. I have separated. Okay, so I said when God separated the light from the darkness, the word create means to separate. It doesn't mean to form. The only thing he formed was light. Darkness, he separated darkness from the light. How do we know? It's there in Genesis. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness, separated the light from the darkness. Next verse. And called the light day, and the darkness he called night. Now separating the light from the darkness doesn't mean he created it. Separated means it was already in existence. All he did was to separate it. So Isaiah was just talking about that God forms the light, but he also separates light from darkness, so that light and darkness cannot coexist. That's all he did. I'm teaching here. I said I'm teaching here. So separating the light from the night is what he called created. That's the word bara. Bara, B-A-R-E. So oftentimes it's a question of interpretation. Sometimes if we stay long enough in the Old Testament, we don't try to impose our thinking today on their thinking. If we stay long enough, we will understand what they were saying in their world. So now, what we often require is interpretation.